Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing? I am nervous for today's video because I'm going to be giving Patrick Ta's blushes one last chance. I tried one of his blushes in the past because the color just screamed to me. I grabbed the She's a Doll shade. It was just a second ago sitting in my declutter pile. I just found this hard to work with and it was always looking patchy on my skin and I was kind of like, maybe this blush is just not for me. But Patrick Ta came out with 3 new blush shades and I definitely took a leap of faith by buying all 3, but 2 of them are very pale shades. You've got one called Just Enough and then one that's called Not Too Much, and I was like, maybe the problem isn't the formula, maybe this is just not the best shade selection for me with this formula. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try some different shades, give them a shot, and hopefully I enjoy them more because they're such hyped blushes. And then I was already purchasing both of these, so I was like, may as well grab the She's the Moment shade, which is supposed to be a peach for like the peach color of the year. I'm gonna start with Just Enough because it looks stunning, and you know, well, I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions. This could be your first time on my channel, so if that is the case, I'm so happy to have you here. But if you have been on my channel for a minute, I am a lover of pink blush. So this was right up my alley. Oh, she's such a beautiful, soft pink. So we've got a cream blush and a powder blush. And from my understanding, you're actually supposed to layer this backwards than what you normally would. Normally, I personally go in with cream blush and then powder to set. But this is supposed to be the powder first and then like the cream on top, which is definitely an interesting take, and I'm gonna try that today. Compared to She's a Doll, it does look a little bit more fair skin friendly. Next we have Not Too Much, which I think is such a cute name for a blush, and this looks very neutral, like maybe just like the tiniest little hint of peachiness to it. Again, cream and powder. Ooh, and look at She's the Moment. It looks beautiful. I'm just really hoping that it will work for me. So I zoomed you guys all the way in, which I almost forgot to do. Let's swatch these real quick. So the cream and the powder. Okay, that looks stunning. I feel like I could definitely see using that cream blush by itself. The pink looks pretty pigmented though. Like, I feel like this is so soft and this is like wham bam. So let's swatch that next to She's a Doll. Oh lordy, these all look too similar. I have too many now. So comparing the shade, okay. So there's the powder from She's a Doll. Oh yeah, that's definitely quite a bit brighter. Oh lordy, I wiped it all off and realized that I didn't swatch the cream blush in She's a Doll in comparison. But I can still do that. These two are definitely quite different. So there's She's a Doll and there is Just Enough. I think I'm gonna go in with my F03 from Cinch Beauty to apply this just because it does a really good job with creams and powders. So I'm gonna start with just a little bit of this pink, but I don't know if you can tell. Just touching it, powder puffs up in the pan. So I'm just gonna go ahead, throw that on. I mean, it definitely doesn't look like a super soft blush by any means on me. Oh, and it's not blending out. I feel like I'm just sad. I'm not sad yet because this could still work, but I feel like people love these blushes and I want to get them to work for me because they look beautiful. I love the shade range. But like, I feel like I went in with the smallest amount and it still is just very intense right away. But I'm gonna try to go in with this cream blush on top, pick it up with the same brush and just pop that over top and see what it does. It's not doing that much for me and I just feel kind of annoyed by using this product because I don't feel like I have the opportunity to even try to go in with less. And for being like so soft, it's just like, damn, that's a really pink blush right away. I mean, the cream blush looks pretty. I cannot deny that. Like, I feel like I could use this on its own, but then at the same time, it's like, why would you pay for this whole thing and then only use half of it? I don't know that I love that. Just gonna kind of wipe off that brush And let's go into not too much because maybe this will just be better for my skin tone. I don't really know what to expect. Oh wait, let's swatch it. So here is what the powder looks like. I mean, it looks soft. Like it looks like a really soft shade. I really like that. The cream blush is beautiful as well. Like that, I like it. So again, just going in with the powder first. Literally just picking up the tiniest amount. Really tapping off the excess. So that is a little bit easier to work with for sure. And it looks very natural. Like the not too much name for this, I would agree with it. I'm gonna grab the cream blush now, just a little bit, and tap that over top. Okay. You know what? It's not a complete fail because I like that. I really do. Like it's glowy, it's pretty, it's like a little bit of blush without really doing anything. But I don't know that this is like the most user-friendly product. I'm gonna kind of wipe off this side a little bit and just like reapply my foundation and my powder, because I did go in with a little bit of powder today because I thought that would make blending these blushes easier. I don't know that it really made a difference. I'll be right back. After using just enough, I'm a little bit more nervous for She's the Moment, and I'm like trying to run through different things I can try because I've already tried a bunch of different brushes with this formula and I didn't feel like it made a huge difference. But then I was like, maybe if I had like a matte foundation on that was just like really set, it would make a difference. I just need to know if you love these and they're your favorite, what do you do with them? So swatching out the powder. Oh, it's like a very pinky peach actually. And then the cream. So there's the swatches. Something I haven't tried, I don't know if this is the best shape ever for this, but a natural haired brush, I'm gonna give that a shot actually. That's actually picking up so much less and it's not giving me the kick up that I've been having. Maybe a natural hair brush is the way to go with these. Let's see. This is more of a highlighter brush, so it's not something I would necessarily normally reach for blush. But I don't really have another natural hair brush. That's cute. Okay, I'm going with just a touch more. Okay, not mad at that. I don't know if I'm supposed to use this with cream, but I'm gonna try. Just do the cream on top. Honestly, I feel like the creams by themselves, all of the creams, I could just see being something that I reach for a lot. But I really wanted to get use out of the duo. I think I'm moving in the right direction. It might not be the most perfect blend ever since this isn't like the shape of a brush I would normally go for this application. But that definitely looks way more wearable. I am tempted to actually wipe off this cheek again and try just enough one more time. But let's try it with this brush. Or what if I try She's a Doll too and see if I can make it work with that brush, because that blush devastated me. I completely changed up how I did my makeup on my cheeks so that we could try the shades one more time. So I went in with the House Labs foundation because it's a little bit more matte than the foundation that I was wearing previously, which is the Makeup Forever HD Glow. Really loving this. It's beautiful. Also really loving this, but just for like different reasons. And then I went in with a sponge and like pat down the foundation and made sure there was no excess, nothing liquidy at all. And then I also set it with the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. I want to love this. Like, look at it. Like, this is an Amy blush. That's definitely looking a little bit better, I think. I wouldn't say it's perfect. I don't know. Okay, maybe let's go into just a little bit of the cream on top. I feel like that looks a smidge softer than the first time, but I can't say like, oh my god, I'm so obsessed with how it looks, and I feel like I have other products I can get this look for just easier. But let's also try this brush, try this method with She's a Doll, but on this side, I think I'm gonna like dip in a little bit, dip into my hand, get rid of the excess, and then go in. So in comparison, like obviously just enough looks better. I just feel like I'm doing something wrong. I don't want to say that these are a bad product by any means, because obviously pigmentation and the level of pigmentation that you want is very dependent on your personal preferences and your skin tone, and if you're someone who likes instant pigment or if you like to be able to build up your products. I feel like I'm a very easygoing girl. Like, I have blushes that I love that are very minimal, like I really have to build them up, and then I also have blushes I love that are very pigmented and I have to just use a tiny little smidge. If I'm being realistic, I can look at the comparison of She's a Doll and Just Enough and say, you know what, maybe this is more of a bright pink, and with this formula in this line, this is not meant for my skin tone, and that's totally okay. Like, that does happen. Not every product is meant for everyone, no problem. But I feel like with Just Enough, I'm disappointed because it looks so light, so pale in the pan, and it's still just like, bam. Obviously, I figured it out a little bit, but if you are more on the fair, light side of the spectrum, I don't think that I would really recommend these. The only one that I'm like, you know what, that was pretty easy to work with, was not too much. I do like this one. I could see myself reaching for it more in the future for sure. I feel like She's the Moment is stunning. You know what, you guys, I can't let this video go. Let's just try one more application method. My last ditch effort is, I'm thinking, Patrick Ta is a makeup artist. What do makeup artists do that I don't do that often? And I don't normally see them do with powder, normally more cream products, but I'm gonna give it a try. Like, a decent amount of times when I'm watching a makeup artist apply makeup, they will go in with a product, like really coat their brush more than I would ever with this product, because it would be way too much. And I'm just gonna like really just take some excess off my hand. It's crazy because right there, it literally looks like nothing. Like, it's like the smallest amount, but then it like sticks to my cheek like glue. Okay, so I got rid of most of it. Let's see what's left. Definitely my favorite application so far. I mean, I still feel like it's like pretty wham bam pigment, but it looks the most seamless. It looks the most blended. It doesn't look patchy. I don't hate that, but I don't understand how it looks so soft on my hand. I feel like we could even maybe try going with a little bit of the cream on top just to see what it looks like. But I don't know that I necessarily, no, I just think those two are too much together for me. I think I'm gonna have to use one or the other. Obviously, it just got very pink again, but it was a little bit better there for a second. But let's try She's the Moment one more time with the same exact method and just see what it looks like, because obviously I applied it with the natural hair brush and it looked a little bit better, but it was kind of patchy. So I'm really wiping off this brush the best that I can. Let's go in, grab a decent amount, get rid of a bunch of the excess. Oh, there we go. Wait, look how pretty that looks. I'm much happier with how that looks, but I would say my overall thoughts kind of remain the same. Like, I feel like I kind of figured out how to use them, and I'm gonna keep testing them out in the next few weeks, and I'll definitely give you guys my updated opinion if anything changes. But I would say that if you have more of a medium tan, deep skin tone, this blush line is going to be more for you. If you need that instant pigment, these will deliver that. But I feel like if you're more on the fair, light side, or even if you're just someone who's like, I just want a little touch, which is what I was expecting from this, like just enough, I don't think that these are going to be for you. I don't think they're going to make you happy or be your preference. I feel like this video was kind of all over the place, a little bit of a roller coaster, but I hope that you enjoyed it nonetheless, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!